Hello, welcome back again to the Arsenal. The Ganas Noni Madueke and Rodrygo goes, the new faces of Arsenal's ambition. The summer of 2025 has already gone down in Arsenal's modern history as one of the most transformative windows the club has ever had. From the moment Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu announced their strategy for rejuvenating the attack, fans sensed that something big was on the horizon. Now, with Noni Madueke and Rodrygo, goes both officially wearing the red and white of Arsenal, the Emirates Stadium is buzzing with anticipation. These two signings do not simply represent depth in the squad, they symbolize a bold statement of intent, a desire to compete toe-to-toe with Europe's finest clubs. The arrival of Noni Madueke. Madueke's journey to Arsenal has been a fascinating one. Having left Tottenham Hotspur as a teenager to develop in the Netherlands with PSV Eindhoven, he quickly established himself as a winger of immense flair, blessed with dribbling, acceleration, and a natural eye for goal. His move to Chelsea in 2023 was seen as the beginning of his Premier League story, but inconsistency and managerial changes limited his true impact. At Arsenal, however, Madueke has a fresh platform. Arteta has long admired his ability to break defensive lines, his unpredictability in one-on-one situations, and his willingness to take risks in the final third. In training sessions since joining, reports suggest he has impressed his teammates with explosive runs down the right wing, cutting inside onto his stronger left foot and linking up seamlessly with Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and Gabriel Jesus. Fans at the Emirates are excited to witness what Madueke can produce under Arteta's structured yet expressive system. His versatility, able to play on either wing or even as a second striker, gives Arsenal valuable tactical flexibility. Early indications are that Arteta plans to rotate him with Saka to manage workload across all competitions, while also testing combinations with Rodrygo on the opposite flank. Rodrygo goes, a Galactico in North London. If Madueke's signing represents potential and untapped promise, the arrival of Rodrygo goes from Real Madrid represents world-class pedigree. At Madrid, Rodrygo grew into one of Europe's most reliable wide forwards, scoring crucial goals in Champions League knockout rounds and developing into a complete forward under Carlo Ancelotti. His ability to play across the front line, especially as a right-sided winger or central forward, made him a prized asset for Los Blancos. Yet, in 2025, with Real Madrid stacking their squad with new attacking talents, Rodrygo made the bold decision to seek a fresh challenge. Arsenal, eager to add star power to their attack, moved decisively. The transfer fee was monumental, but to the Arsenal board and fans, it was worth every penny. Rodrygo's arrival has instantly raised the club's profile worldwide. His calm finishing, quick combination play, and relentless work rate are qualities Arteta values deeply. In his first training sessions, he has been seen working closely with Odegaard, perfecting quick 1-2s and movement patterns designed to break high defensive blocks. His adaptability also means Arteta can use him both as a winger and in a false nine role when Gabriel Jesus or Kai Havertz are unavailable. Tactical implications. The addition of Madueke and Rodrygo reshapes Arsenal's attacking dynamic. Under Arteta, Arsenal have typically relied heavily on Saka and Gabriel Martinelli for width, supported by Odegaard's creativity. With Madueke and Rodrygo in the mix, Arsenal suddenly have four high-caliber wingers capable of stretching defenses, interchanging goals, and scoring goals. This depth allows Arteta to employ multiple systems, 4-3-3 with wide wingers, Rodrygo on the left, Saka on the right, and Jesus through the middle, with Madueke as an impact substitute. 4-2-3-1 with dual creators, Odegaard in the number 10 role, Rodrygo floating from the right, and Madueke on the left cutting inside. Rotational fluidity. At times, Rodrygo could be deployed as a false nine, with Madueke and Saka as inverted wingers to create constant unpredictability. Opposing managers are already wary of the headache this front line could cause. No longer can teams double-mark Saka and expect Arsenal's attack to stall. Now they must deal with multiple threats on either side of the pitch. Early impressions at the Emirates. The first friendly matches featuring Madueke and Rodrygo have already captured the imagination of supporters. In a preseason game against Bayern Munich in Los Angeles, Rodrygo opened the scoring with a trademark curling finish from the edge of the box after combining with Odegaard. Madueke later added a second, dazzling the crowd with a solo run past two defenders before slotting home calmly. After the game, Arteta praised both players. They bring different qualities but share the same hunger to improve. This is what excites me, the way they train, the way they connect with the group, and their determination to make Arsenal even stronger. Fans are particularly impressed with how quickly Rodrygo has adapted to English football's intensity. While some doubted whether his technical elegance would translate from La Liga to the Premier League, his energy, pressing, and physical resilience have silenced critics. Madueke, on the other hand, feels like a player reborn, freed from the weight of expectations at Chelsea and eager to carve out his own legacy at Arsenal. The dressing room atmosphere. Behind the scenes, Madueke and Rodrygo have settled well. Rodrygo's fluent English and calm personality have made him an instant favorite in the dressing room. He shares a close friendship with Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, forming a strong Brazilian core that helps maintain team unity. Madueke, meanwhile, has bonded with the younger English players, especially Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. Teammates describe him as energetic, always laughing during training, but deadly serious when it comes to competitive drills. Odegaard, as captain, has taken both newcomers under his wing, emphasizing the importance of discipline and collective responsibility. His leadership has ensured that Arsenal's dressing room remains harmonious despite the influx of high-profile signings. The fans' perspective. For Arsenal supporters, the signings of Madueke and Rodrygo represent more than just talent. They represent ambition. Season ticket holders at the Emirates have expressed excitement that the club is no longer content with top four finishes, but is actively investing to challenge Manchester City, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich at the very highest level. Social media is filled with fan-made highlight reels of Rodrygo's goals in Madrid and Madueke's dribbles in the Eredivisie, with captions like, "Arsenal are back where they belong," and "From Highbury dreams to global dominance." Merchandise sales have spiked, with Rodrygo 11 and Madueke 23 shirts flying off the shelves. Looking ahead, the 2025-26 season will be defining for Arsenal. With Madueke and Rodrygo, Arteta has options he never had before. The expectation is not just to compete in the Premier League, but to mount a serious Champions League challenge. The quarter-final exit last season still stings, and Arteta believes players of Rodrygo's pedigree can deliver the crucial goals in Europe's toughest arenas. Of course, challenges remain. Integrating two major attacking players into an already functioning system requires careful management. Balancing minutes, egos, and expectations will be one of Arteta's toughest tests. But if the early signs are anything to go by, Arsenal fans have every reason to believe the club is entering a golden era. Conclusion. Noni, Madueke, and Rodrygo goes embody two sides of Arsenal's vision. Youth and potential on one hand, world-class quality and experience on the other. Together, they could transform Arsenal from contenders into champions. The Emirates has witnessed legendary wingers before, from Marc Overmars to Robert Pires to Alexis Sanchez. But with Madueke and Rodrygo now calling North London home, the next chapter in Arsenal's attacking legacy is about to be written. The stage is set, the players are ready, and Arsenal, with Madueke and Rodrygo in their ranks, are daring to dream bigger than ever.